Are you one of the nine, or are you a separate being?
I am of the spokesman for that of the nine.
Most people know Gene Roddenberry as the creator of Star Trek, a visionary who imagined a future where humanity explores the galaxy, encountering strange new worlds and alien civilizations. But what very few people know is that in the 1970s, Roddenberry became involved in something stranger than science fiction, a series of real-life psychic experiments. Experiments that claim to be communicating with a group of mysterious entities known only as the Nine. And the strangest part is, those sessions were recorded on tape, and we have them. The story begins in the early 1970s, when a small group of researchers, scientists, and spiritual seekers began gathering for a series of unusual sessions. At the center of these sessions was parapsychologist and medical doctor Andrija Puharich and a psychic medium named Phyllis Schlemmer from Florida. During these sessions, Phyllis Schlemmer would enter a trance-like state and, according to those present, began speaking on behalf of a group of non-human intelligences. They called themselves the Nine. The entities claimed they were not gods, not spirits, but an ancient group of intelligences connected to the origins of humanity.
What I'd like to ask now, and I think will be necessary for the audience understanding, is do I understand correctly that civilizations represented by the Nine have visited Earth in humanity's distant historical past?
Yes, in many of times.
And it is also my understanding that some of them remained on planet Earth, mingling or interbreeding with the humans here?
There were of civilizations that colonized that of the planet Earth.
It sounds like science fiction, but the people attending these sessions believed they were witnessing something very real, and one of those people was Gene Roddenberry. By the early 70s, Roddenberry had already changed television forever. Star Trek had introduced audiences to a universe filled with alien civilizations, cosmic mysteries, and philosophical questions about humanity's place in the universe.
Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations.
But behind the scenes, Roddenberry had become interested in the possibility that intelligent life might already be communicating with us. Through Sir John Whitmore, a partner of Puharich and Schlemmer, Roddenberry was invited to some of these sessions. He listened to the transmissions and even began asking some questions himself.
Since the civilizations you represent come from other dimensions, what about the rest of our galaxy and universe? Are any of the visitors to come from there, or do civilizations within our own space and time dimension, will they play a part in this landing?
When you speak of civilizations within that of your time and space, you are speaking within that of your galaxy.
Yes, that is correct.
There are of those within that of your galaxy that are not within that of what you call of the dimension of your Earth, but those that will come to benefit that of the planet Earth come from that of galaxies not within that of your galaxy.
Some who were present later claimed that Roddenberry took the session seriously, but others believed he thought the group was crazy. But it's undeniable the experience left an impression on him, so much so that he eventually began working on a script inspired by these encounters, a script that still has never been produced. In fact, we interviewed Roddenberry's partner at the time and screenwriter John Pavel, who wrote the script with him. That interview is already up on our YouTube channel. You can check that out now. Instead of trying to break down everything the Nine said during these sessions, we're just going to play you some excerpts of these tapes, and we can start a discussion in the comments section below.
Where are you? Do you exist in another dimension or time?
We come from that of what you would call of the zone of cold. We come from that of a time that has not of the relationship to that of your time. We are not in physical, as you are in physical, or that of Altea, or as that of Huva, are in physical, not in the same manner in which you are, but in that of a also of physicalness. We have not that of the physicalness. If it need, we may have of a manifestation, but we are of pure energy. Yes.
In Star Trek, humanity encounters countless alien civilizations. So this raises the obvious question, were the ideas in Star Trek purely imagination, or had Roddenberry encountered something that influenced the stories he would later tell? Today, people who were present at those sessions disagree about what really happened. But the tapes remain, and they've never been heard. It's fragments of a moment in the 1970s when one of the most famous science fiction creators in history sat in a room listening to messages from a non-human intelligence that called itself the Nine. And years later, Star Trek Deep Space Nine would introduce a character named Vanad, a philosopher who intentionally stranded a group of colonists on another planet in order to teach them how to live without technology. And interestingly, the name of the very first person said to channel the Nine with Puharich back in the 1950s was an Indian mystic named Dr. D.G. Vanad. So more on that on a later video. Dozens of hours of recordings from these sessions still exist. Conversations between a group of humans and something claiming to be the Nine. So what really happened during those sessions? Was there something profound taking place, or was it all an elaborate, decades-long hoax? That's what this series is going to try to find out. If you want to explore more of these lost recordings and archival material, subscribe here to our YouTube channel as well as our Substack page, where we're going to dive deeper into this story and many others, and the link to that is in the video description below. See you next time.